Boy, it gets dark in this room really fast. Alright, hi friends, Mike here at Professional Security Journal. We're going strictly off the backlit on the laptop. um, okay, so a lot's gone on for me in the last couple of months. Last couple of weeks, excuse me. About a month and a half. For those of you who are aware, May 13th, my former employer was acquired by Pal American Security. Truthfully, since 5/13, I have worked every single fucking day with no days off. Now, this goes into what I was saying in my RTC video prior to this one. Um, I need to learn to say no. I was talking to Sean on Instagram a couple of days back about this, and I was telling him sometimes I really hate holding myself to a higher caliber. And I wish I could just be a shitbird piece of shit officer and say, no, fuck you. By that, I mean, I need to start looking out for myself. By me using this wording on film, what I'm trying to get at is I have ethics and standards. I hold myself to a higher caliber. I don't like leaving posts dark. I don't like hearing that my employer has dark posts. I don't like my personality in general is hardwired to where if I can be the solution, I want to be that solution. So every time somebody has called me within Pal America in the last month and a half, I say yes. I say yes because I'm like extra money and oh, I don't want to leave that post I'm in. Oh, I don't want a dark post. I don't want my employer to lose that contract. I feel obligated to serve. I feel obligated to save that site. So, I throw on my suit, I throw on my gun belt. Not at once. The suited position's unarmed, but just our operations and what we got going. I'll throw on my suit, or I'll throw on my gun belt, or I'll do whatever, and I'll shotgun my way off of that site. It's funny that the last couple of weeks, every time I key on my car, freaking Top Gun starts playing because that's literally how I felt every time I have to be scrambled into work, and I use that verbiage jokingly because yes, that's literally how I feel. For those who have watched Top Gun, when the aircraft carrier shoots the aircraft off and Danger Zone starts playing, that's literally how I feel. These last couple of weeks, last month and a half, every time I leave my apartment, I just feel like I'm the aircraft carrier shooting off, catapulting the aircraft, my Subaru in this context. I feel like I'm just slinging the Subaru off into the wild and I'm speeding to the site to man it so it's not fucking dark. But what do I get in the end? I get fatigued, I get burnout, I get irritable, I get frustrated, and I feel undervalued and underappreciated. Especially when nobody in this fucking city seems to value what I have on my resume to begin with. Which is why I'm in this catch 22 of, damn, I like what I do, but at the same time, with me having ethics and standards and me doing all this work and me putting myself out there and whatnot, for what? And at the same time, I keep mentioning my instructor credentials on this fucking YouTube channel. And nobody in Vegas seems to value them. So I'm like, why do I bother? The end of this month in June, my Axon Taser law enforcement credential is going out. Because I had until the end of June to renew it. I'm saying fuck it for now. A, I've been working my tail off to make rent, or emphasis, actually, backtrack, emphasis, to make back rent. I've been working my tail off to work back rent to give to my landlord, so I'm not out on my ass. But again, it's like, why am I doing all of this? Why am I saying yes? Why am I busting my tail? Well, A, because I need to right now, but if I didn't need to bust my butt, why? Why? I wish I wasn't hardwired. Sometimes I wish I was a piece of shit that said no to everything and just saying fuck the OT, fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ranty. Sean has advised me not to be ranty, but ethics and standards, guys, they're important. But at the same time, to a certain point, you have to look out for yourself. And me lately, I'm realizing that. And this is more or less me learning it the hard way. You have to say no, you have to look out for yourself, because why? Why do you work yourself 80 hours a week? For what? Well, A, in my particular case, yes, I need to. I need to make that back rent. But if I, hypothetically, if I didn't need to make this back rent and, I was just working to work, why? Why do I feel hardwired? It's a psychological question that I have to sit down with somebody and figure out what goes on in my person. Why am I hardwired this way? I get that. But rhetorical question for y'all. Food for thought. Why do I feel hardwired? Why do you feel hardwired, YouTube audience? Why does anybody feel the need to bust their ass? Why does anybody feel like they need to hold themselves to a higher caliber? Why does anybody feel like ethics and standards are important to security? Because clearly, again, ranty, but clearly, this industry doesn't have ethics and standards. Let's be real. The nationals are the nationals. All right, I need to get back to the point of this video. I'm working. I started day one on the transit contract today. My first 2 weeks in training are at minimum wage at $12 an hour in state of Nevada. But once I hit the full rate in July, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. I see no value in holding employment with, well, I've already mentioned them at this point. I've dropped their name on this channel in numerous videos at this point, so PAL. I just don't see a point holding employment with PAL anymore. Intercon is going to value my credentials. I've already had the training group ask me for them, and they've been emailed to them, and I've been told there are some teams and some things that are in the works that I'm very excited about. So I'm hoping that I will finally be put to good use, and I'll finally be utilized. Um, so yeah, that was more or less why I wanted to make video 2, an announcement for y'all. Due to ethics and standards, me holding myself to higher caliber, me feeling underappreciated and undervalued, and me busting my tail for what? Um, I don't feel it's advantageous for me to hold employment with this employer anymore. So once I make the full rate, once I get to this minimum wage hump, um, that's gonna be it. I notice this can be it. I have to start looking out for myself. I have to start doing what I want to do, which is more or less getting a job that allows me to focus on my professional development and personal development, because some of this instructor level stuff that I want to do is going to bleed into personal development, my character development, my own self outside of work. Like I want to take a verbal judo instructor course, and I want to get certified in verbal judo from George Thompson himself at the Verbal Judo Institute, but at the same time, the Force Science Institute's the FSI's academy, course, seminar, whatever. I want to be certified through basically verbal judo twice. Straight from the horse's mouth. George Thompson literally wrote the book on verbal judo. I want to get certified by the Verbal Judo Institute on that. And then at the same time, I want to get certified through Force Science and their law enforcement verbal judo stuff. So that's for context. Those two courses are going to bleed into personal development. But with me being on this transit contract, I think I finally found a job. Well, first of all, as I mentioned in video 1 tonight, this is a job that I thoroughly enjoyed the first time I was at it before I made my critical mistake. Now this job that I have it back, now that I'm back on the contract, this job at the new pay rate is going to allow me to do things. This job is going to allow me to focus on my own professional training, which is going to lead back into personal development, and obviously, yes, professional development with all the stuff that I'll be putting on my resume. And I'm hoping that I can focus on taking plainclothes courses to the point to where I can seek higher tier employment within plainclothes executive protection roles. So I don't know if anybody in my low subscriber count has connections, but connect with me on LinkedIn. Let's have a chat. I just made a LinkedIn post last night or the night prior. I'm losing track of time at this point. I've worked so much, guys. This is also why I feel like I need to start looking out for myself, just because I've lost all sense of time whatsoever. I made a LinkedIn post recently about my plainclothes belt that I had more or less strung together in a hurry to work from going to a suited position to going to my armed site. Um, so I strung everything through a one piece, a normal person leather duty belt that I wear through my belt loops. I basically photographed me wearing a plainclothes officer's belt because all I did was I took my suit jacket off and I went to the arm post. I took my suit jacket off and I took my tie off and I was in my black shirt, black button down, and black slacks, and I worked armed. So I had a slimmer profile duty belt, and I took photos of that stuff because I actually quite like the setup. But yes, if I do have connections on this YouTube channel, my low count, connect with me on LinkedIn. Let's have a chat because I'm seriously, seriously wanting to. I'm desperately trying to find ways into the EP plainclothes world because I'm desperately wanting so hard to find myself into higher tier work because it's been a goal of mine for 4 years now at this point. 21, about 2020-ish when I got canned actually from the transit contract the first time. It's kind of when I started developing this interest in EP. So all this time, as I've been getting my instructor credentials and what have you, um, I've wanted this work. I've wanted EP. I've wanted low profile, low signature work. Throwing out the buzzwords here. I've wanted that plainclothes work. So if there's anybody on my YouTube, connect with me on LinkedIn, find my posts, let's have a chat. But other than that, for now, this is Mike here, Professional Security Journal. My voice is sore. I've been talking for like half an hour, 45 minutes between these two videos. So this is Mike here, Professional Security Journal. Y'all stay safe, take it easy out there, take pride in our profession, all you do in your particular roles. Stay situationally aware, stay vigilant, and other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Don't know when that will be, by the way. But until we have another topic, this is Mike here, TPSJ. Connect with me on Instagram, same channel name. Or, excuse me, steal the channel name, throw it on Instagram. You'll find me there. Mr. Fusion on Sean's Live asked me about my Instagram channel. You can find it in the Professional Security Journal. At the same time, I do have a personal one. So if you can find it through TPSJ, you're more than welcome to find my personal as well. Until next time, friends, this is Mike here at TPSJ. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Connect with me on Instagram. Until next time, I'm outies.